What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Movie Bits. My name is David.
And I'm Tony.
And we're coming to you with a movie review of...
America the Motion Picture. Oh, God. It was awful, guys. It was awful.
Wait!
Oh.
Just as a heads up, all of our reviews will be...
Spoilers. We're decided, I know I used to give the warning about, spoiler versus non-spoiler. We will not be doing non-spoiler reviews.
If you come in here, you're going to get spoiled.
We're getting into the meat potatoes. You come here to talk about the show, and we have some
to talk about.
Man.
So, I don't even know where to begin with this movie. First of all, it's produced by Channing Tatum. Channing Tatum is also the voice of George Washington. It is also directed by Matt Thompson, who also directs Archer and C-Lab, the shows that we see on Adult Swim that we love so
I
much.
like Archer. Now, I've never liked Archer in large doses. If I catch a few episodes of Archer, it's funny. I have a good time. I feel like even if this show was an episodic format and wasn't a movie, I would still be annoyed and want to cut it off. Archer is better written, so it's like Archer on steroids times acid times why the was this even created? Who green lighted this?
I wrote that down too. I was like, whose idea was this? Who asked for this? So I guess you guys can deduce by now that we didn't have a good time watching this. Actually, we weren't even able to finish it. Imagine almost 2 hours of Archer, but worse.
Horrible. Bad Archer, because Archer is good. And it is. I enjoy it when I do watch it. To the point where every time I see Archer, I'm like, I need to really watch this show, start from episode one
funny.
and watch this show. It's a funny show. This was terrible. It was god awful. 40 minutes into it. It is an hour and 38 minutes long. 40 minutes into it, we paused it.
And we
for
both
a bathroom
agreed.
break, and both agreed not to
don't
go
put
back.
it back on again. I don't even know where to begin. I think the biggest thing that causes this to not work so well is that we are taking real historical figures and putting them in these ridiculous scenarios.
Yes, Abraham Lincoln is now a contemporary with George Washington as the film starts off, and they are best friends, and they are completely ridiculous, over the top characters. Completely ridiculous.
Yeah, Washington's this party boy.
Crazy party frat boy.
And I don't know. It was just weird. The villain is
Benedict Arnold.
Benedict Arnold, who can also turn into a werewolf.
And turned into a werewolf and killed Abe Lincoln in the theater in which John Wilkes owned a merchant booth in the theater itself. That's the reference to John Wilkes Booth. It is a werewolf, Benedict Arnold, that bites out Abraham Lincoln's neck when he turns coat for the British.
Right.
Who then bleeds out and dies in the arms of George Washington.
His blood is spitting into George Washington's mouth, which I did write down. First of all, how random. I wrote that down. Yeah. Secondly, I was like, it must be fun for the voice actors because, the first few seconds of that joke, you're hearing him spit out the blood. I was like, that must have been fun for the voice actor. But then they just kept the joke going. It went on for a solid minute and 30 seconds, it felt but it felt like 5 minutes. I'm like, all right, I get it.
Forever.
The joke is over.
Insert lamb chop here. It was the joke that never ended.
I'll find a stock picture.
It was absolutely awful. Oh, God.
And
the fight scenes were good, but
I felt
you get no credit for that. That's modern day animation. If you're going to do animation that has fight scenes, it's so much competition out there. If you're going to enter this space, you're going to give us good and interesting fight scenes.
And that's what I said. Now, Washington has these two chainsaws that come out of his sleeves.
Four-arm chainsaws.
I guess, making a reference of chopping down the cherry tree. That was cool to see him fight. But then again, what took me out of it was it's early colonialism. It's George Washington. Did they have the technology to do that? Which is another confusing thing that I saw happening in the show. Yeah, I'm like, so we don't have that technology, but then
we're taking new technology, throwing it into that era, mixing up historical figures from different eras that were not contemporaries, using some modern music, modern pop culture elements. There are frat houses there. And it's just
pimped out horse carriages and horses.
They get into the black people, and the black people are basically Still got rap music. The black girls are popping it. You know, they twerking. You know what I mean? You got the regular white folks that's out there getting down with us too. And you see like, oh, look at how the regular people have developed culturally and all of that.
And I was sitting there thinking maybe this would be a better experience if we were high or like smoking or I don't know. But I feel like it wouldn't have been. It was just a hodgepodge of random mess that I just didn't enjoy, and I couldn't even finish. And the animation was cool, but it wasn't cool enough to keep my interest. It just, I don't know, it just flopped hard.
We're not going to give a breakdown for this because we can't, because
it's
we
just
only
kind of
watched
all over
40
the
minutes
and
of
it's kind of all over the place a little bit.
Yeah, and
well, to surmise what we saw, Washington is gathering a group to save America because King James.
To create America, he promised
Benedict
Lincoln,
is on his side.
He promised Lincoln when Lincoln was bleeding out that he would follow through with the revolution and he would name the land America. So he meets up with Sam Adams. Sam Adams is voiced by the guy who plays Rexplode from Invincible, but also plays in that Netflix cartoon about puberty. And where they have puberty monsters and
hormone monsters,
hormone
where
fairies
that kid is sleeping with the pillow. That's when we stopped watching. It got way too weird.
Weird with
like
the pillow.
They really made the pillow like an actual character.
Real weird with the
pillow.
But
every time that I hear his voice, he's always playing an annoying,
super obnoxious character.
And it's gotten to the point now when I hear his voice, I just get annoyed. And I don't enjoy experiences with his voice. I'm sorry to whoever this voice actor is. I'll put your name below, but it's like, bruh. Yeah. Can we play a different type of character, bruh? Like, I'm just not feeling your voice. It just irks the hell out of me.
Over the top, super obnoxious. So he voices Sam Adams, who basically is replacing Abraham Lincoln as George Washington's best friend, as George puts together this ragtag band of heroes.
We've got Edison, who's a female.
American. Then Thomas Edison is an Asian woman who actually shows up, and I had hope. I was like, oh, this character is seeming actually pretty cool. And then she quickly jumps right in the corny joke thing with them, and it just doesn't
work. I can't fully identify why it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. And when I saw that we had 40 minutes left, I was like, I can't sit through 40 minutes. And that was about 40 minutes in, right?
40 minutes in. When I paused it and just saw that it was 57 minutes left, I remember it. 57 minutes, 13 seconds. And I was just saying to there's no way I can take more of what I just had to sit through. I had to fight daydreaming. I had to go back and rewind.
Me too. I was missing things. I was losing focus.
I'm checking out.
I completely checked out.
And I enjoy South Park. I enjoy Family Guy. We enjoy Bob's Burgers. I enjoy episodes of Archer. I liked Aqua Teen Hunger Force back in the day. We love Rick and Morty. You know what I mean? We like The Amazing Adventures of Gumball. So
these are all original characters.
Yeah, yes. I like animation all across the board.
Yes, he
all
does.
Types of different animation I consume. I'm not one of these grown-ups that's I want comic book stuff. I want all of it.
Right.
Bring it here. You got some good animation. I'm here for it.
Right.
This was great quality animation. It was just really horrible
terrible
storytelling. It was
horrible jokes.
Really cheap, cheesy, immature, juvenile level jokes. It was nothing was cleverly woven together. It was just this. It felt like what a lot of Netflix properties end up feeling like. We just need content. You do you, make us content. We'll worry about the rest later. And they need some oversight.
And I imagine that's probably how this conversation went when they were selling it to the producers. Like, I don't know how this idea was sold. I just don't. It's just terrible. It's almost as cringy as watching Sausage Party for me. Yeah. It's like on that level for me.
Well, see, at least Sausage Party was enjoyable once.
Until the end.
Like,
and y'all know what we're talking about.
It went completely over the top. That was that last scene was like, come on, guys.
Right.
But at least it was an enjoyable movie overall one time. This is absolute garbage. I actually want to wrap this up because
So what do you give it? A thumbs up, a meh, or a thumbs down?
I give it I rate it mega trash. I give it all thumbs down on Earth. Everyone, please join in with me. I need everyone's support on this. This is how strongly I feel about this. Listen the message to these people that they still need to bring their brains to work.
Yeah, do you think we're idiots? That we just consume whatever you make? Like
trash.
Yeah, I give it a thumbs down to a hard thumbs down.
Yeah, trash. I'm like Simon Cowell. It's a no for me.
It's a hard no.
It's a no for me.
And that's it. Well, guys, if you like this episode of Movie Bits, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. First of all, tell us how you felt about this movie. Specifically, the people who were like either smoking or like high or like drunk while you were watching this. What was your experience of this movie? Maybe we should have been drunk or something when we were watching it, and it would have been more funny. I don't know.
Please help me drag this movie in the comment section down below. I could really use a pick-me-up regarding the 40-minute investment that I made in this trash, this garbage. Ugh. See, I gotta pronounce it with some sort of accent, just to dress it up a little bit. But help me drag this in the comment section below, guys. I appreciate it.
It was terrible. So, well, thank you for watching. Check out some of our other videos. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe again. And we'll see you back here for a new Movie Bits. Bye, guys.